Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, man. I think it's about time. I think it's about time, man. Come to the table. Come to the table, boss. Come to the table. It's about time that we had a little chat. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's gone on a bit too long now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gone on a bit too long where you've been getting away with murder. You get what I mean? Missed the penalty against Nottingham Forest. Cool. You know what? It happens. First penalty, I believe, that Chelsea have missed this season out of 13, I believe it was, which is crazy that they've had 13 penalties, but it's the first one that they've missed, or it's the first penalty in 13. One of the two. I could be, it's 13 was the number. That's all I remember, right? But regardless of that's fine. That's not even a mad thing. Like, you can miss a penalty. No one's sweating you over those kind of things. It's your performance levels, though, bro. And I think also as well, he's almost like a mini litmus test when people talk about players and when we judge players on just how good or bad we actually think they genuinely are, right? 2 seasons ago, let's say, when he first joined, Chelsea from Manchester City, obviously there wasn't that much expectation, I would say. Maybe the fee may have said otherwise, but to me, I didn't really have that much expectation. I didn't think he was going there to do a madness. I didn't think he was going to, immediately set the world alight when he got to Chelsea. Obviously, we know he's got ability. He's been able to play a little bit under Pep Guardiola. So, cool. Do you know what I mean? Like, we just didn't know. And obviously, Chelsea are Chelsea. We don't really know where they're headed. No problem. You come into Chelsea, your first season, it's like, whoa, okay, Jesus, goals, assists. He was doing the whole lot, right? Within that, though, the performance level was a lot better than obviously what we've seen in, recent times, right? He was someone who, he looked like the kind of player that you wanted in your team if you were going to have this hybrid right winger / number 10, someone who isn't afraid to get on the ball, isn't afraid to ask for the ball, isn't afraid to sit in those pockets of spaces, isn't afraid to, get on the half turn, isn't afraid to just be in the danger, in those kind of danger zones. What's the zone that everybody used to call it, or everyone calls it? Is it zone 14? I'm sure it's zone 14. I can't remember. I feel like that was the zone that everyone kept talking about. Yeah. But either way, he was operating in those zones absolutely superbly. And he just never felt like he was scared, really to get on the ball. And opposition, eventually, obviously, you keep doing something enough times, especially within a season, and especially when you're on fire, the opposition starts to, whoa, okay, we need to watch out for a player like him. Do you get what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter, because even if we've trained all week to kind of figure out, okay, well, when Palmer's in this position, maybe the centre back has to, go push up towards him, or the left back has to communicate with the DM or the central midfielder, blah, 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 all of that kind of stuff. It didn't really matter, because Cole Palmer had an answer for it. Constant answers. It didn't matter what kind of defense, it didn't matter what kind of team was what that he was up against. He just had the answers for that. Now, fast forward to recent times, and Palmer, bro, like I said, you have to come to the table, because I feel like it's time to just have the conversation, because your poor performances have gone on for so long that the GA thing. My issue with the GA thing is this, right? Because obviously you guys know Salah, the greatest stats man of all time, as they like to say, right? Performances, cool, cannot be there, but your stats have got to be on a Mazzoline. Like, they have to be at a Salah level. They have to be at a Haaland level. Unfortunately, if you're not going to put in the performances on a consistent basis, but you're going to be someone who's going to affect the game, obviously, with goals, which, of course, is the most important thing, you're going to need to score an insane amount of those goals, or get an insane amount of assists, either or, if not both, right? Depending on, what kind of player you are in the team. But you're going to need to get those kind of numbers all the time, because then that can then forsake the ability or the performances at times when you're out of a game for 89 minutes, but because you were popping for 1 to 2 minutes, yep, cool. Do you know what I mean? You alone were able to win the game just because of those goals, because of those kind of assists. But in recent times, and listen, caveat, he has been injured as well during this period. He's had to come back, then, got injured again, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not here to say, like it's all been just him, so to speak. Obviously, if he's been injured, trying to come back from that, etc., I fully get that. Do I think that he's probably needed a little bit of a rest? 100%. I feel like since joining Chelsea, he has played a lot of football, but still, did you get what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I think some people, not the players themselves, because obviously you know, they're the players. But I feel like some people, I feel like when a player shows a level, either you understand that this level is not the norm. So this isn't a level that you think this player can ever hit again, kind of thing, especially consistently. But let's just say it's a level you think, nah, I don't think he can do that. So maybe this player is a meet you type player, or you believe that this player is going to be a player who can play at this top level consistently for a long, long period of time, right? Just like, you know, the great players, you know, that we've seen over the years. Now, a lot of people have put Cole Palmer into that kind of category. Not going to lie, after his first season, heading into the second season, I would say midway through that second season, I thought he was going to be a player that could do that. I thought, yeah, you know what, actually, yeah, but I feel like for the time that he's been at Chelsea, you could literally split it in half. First half, good. Second half, poor. Just like we see with football teams, right? They have a really good first half or a really good second half, but a poor first or second, right? That's what I'm feeling like with Cole Palmer at this moment in time. The goals, they dry up. I think I literally just looked at it, and I could be completely wrong. I believe he hasn't scored, scored or assisted since January. I think that was against Napoli, I want to say that was. I could be completely wrong. I might have looked at that wrong. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I saw anyway. He hadn't scored or assisted in a long time anyway. Again, I'm not saying he's playing full 90s or anything like that. So again, if anybody wants to put that caveat in there, I'm not going to scream at you if you want to do that. But you are supposed to be the chief player in the team. You are the supposed best player in the team. I can't lie, bro. You cannot be missing for this long. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's missing, but then, we need to put out, you know, a police report, because at this point it's just becoming too much, and it's becoming you're now becoming consistently poor, whereas before you actually you are, especially in that first season anyway, you were consistently good. And I'm trying to stay away from the one season wonder thing, because something's telling me he's not that type of guy. But at the moment, you're only showing me one banging season, and that's about it. The rest has just been, obviously, again, since joining Chelsea, it's just been poor. Again, there could be a multitude of factors that Chelsea fans might be able to tell you. I don't know, manager, tactics, style of play, injuries, whatever. It could be any one of those things, right? But ultimately, I just see those things as excuses anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? If you're good, you're good. Yeah, we need to start being a lot more stricter with the way that we talk about some players. I'm not saying you can't get it wrong. I'm not saying that you can't change your mind, so to speak, especially if someone has shown you something that you thought, oh, right, but we do need to be, myself included, we need to be a lot more stricter with the way that we kind of look at players. And if we're going to start putting players into certain brackets, like prime example, people called him world class, and I said, nah, don't think he's world class. I don't care about your talent level. Your talent level could be Ballon d'Or level. Do you get what I'm saying? It could be of that kind of ilk. As a player, are you a world-class player or not? I'm not like, forget what other tier you want to put them in. Just, are you a world-class player? And he ain't that. And I don't think he's ever been that. Has he shown a level of ability that could perform at a world-class level? Yes. Has he done that consistently? No. So we can't then put him in these world-class brackets, because unfortunately, and again, I'm trying to shy away from it, you're then a one-season wonder, my guy. Do you know what I'm saying? When we say when I say one season wonder, I mean, yeah, you've literally done a Michu. You performed at this insane level. Michu got into the Spanish team and rare tear. Then that was it, man. I ain't seen Michu since. I don't even know where he went after that. I can't even remember what he was doing after he left Swansea. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's just like, right, okay, you just had that one banging season and that was about it. Yeah, now we can't do them things. And obviously there's been a lot of questions about whether or not he's going to go to the World Cup. Should he be there? I think he should still be there. England are not blessed with players you can play out there on the right-hand side, especially. And also, even if you was to put him in the number 10, I still don't feel like the options you have at number 10 are that much better. Like, even in current form, I mean, Morgan Rogers, Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden. Can't really think of no, like, number 10. Like, England ain't blessed like that. Do you get what I'm saying? If we're just talking specifically number 10, out wide, you could say Madueke obviously would be ahead of someone like Cole Palmer on the right-hand side if Asaka wasn't going to be available. So then, yeah, Palmer is a third choice in that kind of position. But still, I just feel like maybe you just still need to bring him. You get what I'm trying to say? But also as well, I am also looking at it thinking, does he need a little bit of a rest? Does he need a little bit of time out? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's tricky with a lot of these players. I feel like a lot of them are just tired. Do you get what I'm saying? Obviously, the World Cup's coming as well. So yeah, when are they realistically going to get rest? I think well, what I'm assuming is that a lot of players, they're going to miss the first bit of the season. Not necessarily miss, just they may not be starting that many games. So this is going to be a chance for other players to be able to produce. Cole Palmer, you don't want to be, do you know what I'm saying? Like you want to be impressing as much as humanly possible, you know, whether it's for club or country. And I just think that at this moment in time, obviously, especially since Enzo Maresca got sacked, yeah, he's just been so wayward. But it's been going on for too long, though. Like it's not even. I feel like it's been even when Maresca was still here, it was still going on. Cole Palmer wasn't really popping like that, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, we can maybe attribute it to certain things, but now, nah, man. Nah. I think now is that kind of period of time, especially as we're coming to a close in this season. What does it then look like? What's next for a Cole Palmer? You know, moving forward, is it just needs a bit of rest? So that means even if it does go to the World Cup, he just isn't going to play that much. So obviously, you're not going to be resting, so to speak. And I don't envisage England going far. But ultimately, do you get what I'm saying? Is it going to be one of those things where, yeah, you're just going to need that rest? Or if let's say England win the whole thing. Well, you know, let's just, if England get to the final, semi-finals, right? Is it going to be one of those things that once England get knocked out or whatever, you just need a long rest? I think some players like him, I think they do. Him, the Sackers of this world, players who just they play all the time. And yes, you can play through bad moments, but you know, when the bad moments going on a bit too long. Do you get what I'm saying? Where you're like, don't know about that. So yeah, for me, I'd still take him to the World Cup. I'm not going to sit here and say I wouldn't, because like I said, I don't really feel like the options you've got available are good enough. But he is treading on thin ice. He really is. Like, after this season, yeah, I think we're going to be looking at Cole Palmer next season, obviously provided he's not injured. If he is not injured, bro, we need you to be on 10 toes, 100%. And if you're not, that's when the questions are, you know what I mean? They're going to be answered. They're going to be asked, bro. They're going to be asked, and you're going to have to come up with these answers. And I don't think you can do that. But let me know your thoughts, man. Let me know your thoughts on him. Just in general, like, what do you think about Cole Palmer? Like, do you rate him anyway? Like, maybe you're someone who doesn't even rate him regardless, but I feel like that's kind of difficult because he has actually been a really good player. Do you think he can get back to that level that he showed in his first season at Chelsea? Or do you think, yeah, he's just going to be one of those where it's like flash in a pan every now and again, he just shows this kind of thing, and then he's just going to go down and down and down? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I will catch you guys soon.